Hand on your hip here, you're going to swing from your leg, and you're going to do this for 20 to 30 seconds. What you're not going to do is force yourself through this movement. Hi, Brian Stecker here again, certified personal trainer and baby boomer fitness expert, where today I'm going to talk about exercise for people over 60 and the warm-up exercises you need to do for your lower body. So these exercises that you're going to be doing today are going to be for your lower body that you're going to do before the exercise routines that I'm going to release here in the next few videos. Why it's important to do these stretches is it's going to warm up your central nervous system, and when you warm up your central nervous system, one, you're going to perform better. You're going to do your lifts better. You're going to exercise better. You're going to get more out of your workout. You're going to have better movement quality. You're just going to move better, and you're going to prevent injury from happening. All right, how I want you to perform this is I want you to watch this video all the way through. You want to save it. You're going to want to come back to it multiple times because you want to get familiar with these exercises. You want to almost do these exercises daily to prep your body to be more mobile. All right, so there's a couple two areas that we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on our hamstrings and we're going to focus on our hips. So go through all these exercises, do them. And what you'll experience from there is you'll find out that there'll be probably 2 stretches for each of them that you'll be a little bit more tight than other stretches. Pick those 2 stretches, write them down, and then use these consistently and come back to them. Sound good? All right. So the first exercise we're going to do is our leg swing. It's a great exercise for our hamstrings. So how it works, you just grab a hold of a bench, or a wall or a chair, whatever works best for you. We've got a bench, so we're going to use a bench. So you have your hand on your hip here. You're going to swing from your leg, and you're going to do this for 20 to 30 seconds. What you're not going to do is force yourself through this movement. All right? Just lightly swing from your hip through the movement here, 20 to 30 seconds, and then you're going to switch over to the other side. The next hamstring exercise that I want you to perform is a hip hinge. Great exercise, taking pressure off your knee and your back, and then stretching out your hamstring. How that's going to work is you're just going to bring your shoulders back, and what you want to do is you want to focus on moving the hips, okay? A lot of times you see people, they just bend over with this exercise. So first thing, you're going to push your shoulders back. Then what you're going to do is slight bend in the knees. And when looking at those knees, you'll notice have like a 5 to 15 degree bend in those knees. You're going to press your hip back, feel a nice stretch through the hamstring, and then back through. Just go through where you feel a stretch. So for some people, they have a greater range of motion, they can go a little bit further. Just go there, get that stretch, and then pull your hips back through. A second hip hinge exercise you can do a single leg RDL. You can use this for support. And what you'll do is you'll have, again, a nice slight bend in that knee. Your chest is tall. You're going to drive that opposite leg back to the wall. You're going to drive back to the wall, feel that nice stretch in the hamstring, and then pull your hip back through. Both these hip hinge exercises, you're going to do 8 to 10 times. My hamstrings are feeling better already. I hope yours are too. All right, next exercise, we're going to just lie down on the ground here. It's a hip thrust. Great exercise, hip extension. It's going to work your hamstrings and your glutes. Hands on your thighs. You're going to press through the floor with your heels and then back down under control. Don't touch the ground with your hips, just lightly above the ground. You're going to drive your hips back up and then back down. We'll do 8 to 10 of those and then back up. So those are some great exercises that you can do for the hamstrings. Now the next ones we're going to do for our hips and our quadriceps. All right, so first one is we're going to do a lying, I should have stayed on the ground, but the next one you're going to do is a lying quad stretch. So you're just going to lie down on the ground here, and what you're going to do is you can use a pad for support, or you can use your hand, and this works great for people over 60 that have a hard time stretching out their quad standing. So you grab a hold of your quad, and you're just going to straighten your leg. It's an active quad stretch. Again, grab a hold of your foot, pull back slightly, nice stretch in the quad, and then repeat. Do that 8 to 10 times. Flip over to the other side and do the other side. If you can reach your quadricep, you're going to use the bench for support, chest tall, grab your foot, lean forward slightly, and then get that stretch in the quad, and then drop your foot to the ground. Grab your foot again, lean forward, and stretch. Do that 8 to 10 times, both sides. Next one, if you've been following me for some time, you know I'm a big fan of this hip flexor stretch because we're seated a lot. You know, we drive our cars, we're sitting a lot of times in an office, and this is a great exercise for opening those hips back up. All right, we're gonna go down on one knee. You're gonna rotate the knee that's down, you're gonna rotate that hip forward, squeeze your glute, pull your belly button in, and you're gonna reach across to the other side. So breathing out, belly button in, squeezing that glute, and you're gonna feel a nice stretch through your hip flexor here. You're gonna hold that for 20 to 30 seconds, and then you're going to switch over here to the other side. All right? I liked it so much, that's why I'm switching to the other side. That's why I didn't do it in the other exercise. One of my favorites, like I told you. So squeeze up the glute, belly button in, reach up, across 20 to 30 seconds, and then back down. Next one, and next one we're gonna do is our Spiderman stretch. All right, how that's gonna work, you're gonna center yourself in front of a bench. It's gonna open up your groin a little bit here. You're gonna step out at an angle, one hand on the bench, one on the floor, press out on the knee slightly, and you're gonna come back up, and then you're gonna switch over here to the other side. Lower yourself down, and then back. We'll do four of them on each side, okay? Last but not least is our hips to sky. You're gonna go feet shoulder width apart, okay? Toes turned out slightly, chest tall, you're gonna reach down to the floor. Okay, nice stretch in the hamstring, drop your hips down, pressing out on your thighs, and your chest is up. And then you're going to rotate those hips back tall. The key to this, just work through your range of motion. If your range of motion's here, or you're here, it's okay. It's all about improving. So grab a notepad. I want you to write down, the two that you felt the most tight in and practice those. Let me know down in the comment section which ones benefited you the most, what you've noticed in your day-to-day life, how you're moving better, if you're more alert, or if you had some areas that were stiff and tight. I just feel better after doing that. Just let me know down in the comment section how that's doing better for you. Save this in your playlist, come back, do this daily, and make sure you give this video a like so you share this with your friends. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.